Now to the Tallahassee Civic Center in Tallahassee, Florida for a gathering of giants in the super modified mud racing world. No less than 24 machines are ready to do battle in an 80-foot long mud pit, 36 inches deep, with the objective to record the quickest elapsed time in that distance. But you must stop your machine within 80 feet past the finish line, or you'll risk disqualification. Here's Ron Smith out of the state of Michigan, the first man up in the supercharged Chevrolet-powered Fiat Coupe. And the Gold Fever machine locks up the brakes and stops in time. The first run through the pit will be an official #1 mark to beat at 1.907 seconds. And you see the look on Smith's face. He's not happy with that run at all, despite the fact that it looked nearly picture perfect. The crowd watches as the next machine pulls to the starting line from Colchester, Connecticut. It's Pat Riley, a supercharged, small block Chevrolet-powered Jeep CJ funny car called Hellfire. Riley clears the motor, drops the visor, and gets ready for his shot. In and out of the throttle, now trying to stop, but he slams into the wall, going past the disqualification line marked by the cones and boundaries in front of him. And Riley knows not only is he out of the game, he may have some serious front-end damage on that run. On the replay, you can see a great launch, but the machine heads to the right-hand side of the pit. He lifts the throttle and then slams the wall. Obviously, a dejected Pat Riley down here against the wall. What happened?
Well, I got to the end of the pit, and some of the mud out of the soupy pit got on the brake pedal, and foot slipped right off.
Your foot literally slipped right off the brake pedal? That's all it was?
Yeah.
Well, that's a tough way to go out. The run was a 2:02. It looks like it spun a little bit off the line as well.
Yeah, quite a bit. The pit's pretty soupy. It's going to... Some of the other trucks will hook a lot harder and be going a lot faster tonight, that's for sure.
An incredible run with only 2 machines down the course. The mark to beat stands at the Gold Fever Fiat's 1.907 second run. Moving to the starting line from Waxhaw, North Carolina, Jody Kelly, the 1923 Ford T Roadster called Stumpy C. That finished so well in the 1990 U.S. Hobbit Association Camel World Points Championship battle and is now threatening Tom Martin, the 3-time world champ, for the points lead this season. A great run, a lot of spraying mud as Kelly puts it sideways in the shutdown area, but he'll stop it with plenty of room to spare. On the replay, look at the spray, 2.02 seconds. You are covered with mud. This thing was dead sideways down at the finish line.
Was it?
What happened? Did it seem like it spun on you?
I have no idea, man.
A 2:02. I venture to say that is probably not going to hold up to qualify.
No, I doubt.
It's a tough break. I know you wanted to put more distance between yourself and Martin.
Yeah, I sure did, but that's racing.
Indeed it is, and it looks like it's going to take a run much quicker to even try and threaten for the lead. Here's the Team Rancho shock absorber machine of the incredible Mark Watros. Out of the state of Michigan, it's a supercharged 557 cubic inch Ford-powered Thunderbird funny car. This is the same machine that recently made this Tallahassee track the quickest in the world when he ran 1.714 seconds. A great run, nearly out of bounds, a tremendous amount of steam off the hot exhaust headers, but it looks like Watros may have one that made the field. The elapsed time, 1.999 seconds. Watros actually doesn't look too happy with the run, but here on the replay, you can see that the machine left plenty hard off the starting line. What is happening out there? You were all over the place.
Pat, the pit's real wet on us. It started pulling real hard to the right, and I had to back on his throttle. Didn't have much choice. He had to take down the pole.
Based on the fact that the track is kind of iffy right now, do you think a 199 will hold up?
Kind of slim.
Mark Watros apparently does not believe that he will be one of the 4 quickest qualifiers who will return to do battle for the title. Here is Melvin Brown, the Ohio veteran with not 1 but 2 machines in competition. This is his rear-engine, supercharged, Chevy-powered dragster called Red Heat. Inching forward into the starting line, staging beams. Now the visor comes down and he gets ready. the top end. Brown thrown around inside the roll cage violently. He had to feel every bit of that. Covered with mud as well, like Mark Watros just said. A very soupy pit that is throwing mud up all over the place. The elapsed time for the red heat machine, 2 seconds flat. 2.008 seconds will give him third in the field. Here's the brother team of Jeff and Jack Sturkin, who finished number 2 in the world in 1989. Their supercharged small block Chevy S10 called Ground Zero lines up. On the brakes hard, sliding towards the DQ line, but he keeps it inbounds by a matter of feet. What a wild ride through the shutdown area for the Michigan driver. A great starting line launch, but the machine just all over at the finish line. The track is turning to ice literally down there. The elapsed time, 2.150 seconds, and that will qualify him fourth. Here's Tony Perotti, another Michigan campaigner. An immaculate 1927 Ford Model T Roadster with 2,000 supercharged Chevrolet horsepower. Incredible launch. He stops it in time, but that had to be one of the most violent starting line leaves we have seen so far in this super modified contest.
Tony, you've got to be concerned with what's going on out there. This is a completely different track than you ran 175 on before.
It's totally different. It's a lot more water in it, a lot more slicker.
That run, the car left the starting line with a fair amount of tire spin, which means the starting line is not as good as it was last night. But then 10 feet off the line, it picked the front wheels up.
Yeah, it's kind of slick on the starting line, but once you get moving, it evens out. But you still got to worry about stopping.
Well, that run picks up the pace in this field tremendously. And now it's time for this week's Power Drive. At Anaheim, California, the stretched wheelbase supercharged Ford of Dave Walsh called Irish Challenger had to make a full pull to the 200-foot mark to win the event. Hooked to over 50,000 pounds, he cautiously eased off the starting line and didn't plant his foot until the half-track mark. But when he did, out the back door it went, 206 feet for a full pull to win. That's this week's Power Drive. In just a few moments, Super Trax continues with more motorsports action. Stay with us. We're back at the Tallahassee Civic Center, and right now it takes a run of 2.008 seconds just to qualify for the 4-car field of super modified mud champions that will do battle for the title. Here's the brand new Bad Omen machine. A supercharged, fuel-injected, methanol-burning Chevrolet ramp motor. The driver, Gary Cook, longtime Monster Truck owner who's made the switch. Cook on the brakes hard, sliding around. He'll stop within 3 feet of the disqualification line, but you can see a tremendous amount of tire spin just off the starting line, and that kept him to a 2.48-second run. Meanwhile, we earlier saw Melvin Brown's red heat dragster qualify for the field. Here's Melvin's second entry, a nitrous oxide-injected Jeep CJ funny car with Chevrolet power called Blue Max. Melvin, another rough ride. Man, he's getting slammed around in that car tonight, actually taking a sweeping right-hand turn to stay within bounds in the shutdown area, and it works. The bad news is that the run of 2.09 seconds won't qualify him. Byron Zinke from the state of Iowa. The supercharged Chevy Coupe Bad Habit is next. A wild bouncing ride. Zinke manages to keep it in bounds. He had to go quicker than 2.008 seconds to qualify. He runs 2.029 seconds and misses the cut by all of 21 thousandths of a second. Stephen Nessimo from New England in the machine called Mad Jack's Red Eye Express, a supercharged Chevrolet-powered fiberglass Jeep CJ funny car, pulls to the starting line. And big problems off the starting line, and then a puff of smoke at the finish line, and Nessimo's got major problems. It sounded originally like they came from the transmission area. 2.78 seconds won't help him a bit.